Hey guys, my name is Brian Sakine from secretsofsushi.com, and I wanted to share a video that I recorded a few days ago. I had one of my viewers, like you guys, ask me a great question, and his question was, when I'm rolling sushi at home, how do I prevent the rolls from turning out square as opposed to being round? And I tried to answer the question as best as I can through an email response, but I realized I was having some difficulty explaining the technique of preventing square sushi, so I decided to record this short video. Now, as a disclaimer, after I got done recording the video and putting it on my computer and into my recording software, I realized that my kitchen is not really an ideal place to be recording video. There is just too much background noise coming from the refrigerator and coming from the overhead lights. So I decided that in the coming weeks, I'm going to be moving my sushi operations into my spare bedroom, which I'm converting into a home office, to improve both the video quality, the audio quality, the lighting. I mean, just all around, it's going to be some better video. So if you guys are looking forward to that, stick with me by subscribing by clicking the subscribe button below. And without further ado, here's my video on how to prevent rolling square sushi. Hey Matt, thank you so much for asking so many awesome questions, man. Tonight I decided I was going to make some sushi for dinner, and so I have everything set up to get going, and this is going to answer your question about how to avoid making square sushi. So what I'm going to do is wet my hands and get some sushi rice going. I'm going to start off with about a tennis ball size. Spread it around. I want to make sure I'm leaving a little bit of space for air in the rice, but making sure that I go all the way to each edge. All right, now for this example, I'm going to actually make an uramaki, an inside-out roll. So I'm going to flip this one over, and I've got some ingredients here: a little bit of blanched asparagus, and a little bit of salmon. Now for the salmon, I'm going to cut it diagonally. Set it in the center, and I'm cutting it diagonally to make sure that the pieces will actually reach all the way. You can actually make a piece of fish just a little bit longer by cutting it diagonally. Alright, so I'm going to keep my fingers on the other side of the ingredients here and use my thumbs underneath the mat to roll it over. And then once the rice meets the other side of the nori, I'm going to give it a quick press. And then roll it over one more time. Now to make it square, you can put your fingers on the top and kind of smash it down, press down. And as you can see, you get kind of square sushi. Got a little bit of salmon sticking out over here. Tuck those ends in. But to make it more round, if it's already square, and by the way, this probably works best with an uramaki roll where the rice is on the outside. If the seaweed is on the outside, it might not work as well because the seaweed needs to bind to itself when it gets on the other side. And once it's in place, it's really hard to slide it around. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put the maki soup back over the roll, and I'm going to use my non-dominant hand, in this instance my left hand, and hold the maki soup on the bottom here. And in the right hand, I'm going to roll this roll as far up as I can, and I'm going to stretch my fingers out wide to try to cover the length of the roll, and basically I'm going to pull back and roll the roll back in like this. So you can see it kind of rounds the corners a little bit, and if you do this a few times, then you're actually going to compress the roll a little bit more, but the roll is going to become more and more round each time you do it. Now whenever you are making sushi, you want to make sure that one side is at least flat enough so that it won't roll off the plate. And if you make a really round roll and you want to get that flat edge without making the top part square, you can do the same thing. You can kind of press up here and apply a little bit of downward pressure, but you don't want to apply the pressure just to the top. You're going to apply it to both sides and all the way around if you can, just pressing down gently. And there you have it. I'm going to cut this guy up real quick. And there you go, man. I'm gonna make a few more of these rolls and then it's time for dinner. Hope this helps.